Ever feel like your parents or grandparents are speaking a completely different language? Well, sometimes they are. Today, we're rediving into the time capsule of language to explore 15 words and phrases that were once all the rage but have pretty much vanished from Gen Z's vocabulary. Let's see how many of these, First up, a classic from the 60s and 70s. Groovy. This word means cool, excellent, or fashionable. If you saw a really cool band, you might say, wow, their music is so groovy. It's just a fun, laid-back way to say something is awesome. Next, we have far out. This is another way to say something is cool, but with a bit more emphasis on it being amazing or unconventional. Imagine seeing the first ever personal computer. You'd probably exclaim, whoa, that's far out. It's 4 things that are truly mine. All right, here's one that shows how much technology has changed. Dial the phone. We tap screens now, but phones used to have a rotary dial. You'd literally stick your finger in a hole and rotate it for each number. So if someone asked you to call a friend, they'd say, can you dial their number for me? It's a phrase that's become a relic of a bygone era. Have you ever heard someone repeat the same thing over and over again? That's when you'd say, you sound like a broken record. Old vinyl records would sometimes get a scratch, causing the needle to get stuck in a groove and play the same snippet of a song on a loop. So if your friend kept complaining about the same problem, you might sigh and say, you sound like a broken record. This next one is a TV classic. Don't touch that dial. Before remote controls were common, you had to get up and physically turn a dial on the television set to change the channel. TV show hosts would often say this right before a commercial break to keep you from switching to another show. We'll be right back after these messages, so don't touch that dial. Moving on to number 6, bite the bullet. This means to endure a difficult or unpleasant situation with courage and resolve. The phrase supposedly comes from the days before anesthesia, when wounded soldiers were given a lead bullet to bite down on during surgery to cope with the pain. So if you have a tough exam to study for, you just have to bite the bullet and get it done. Next, have you ever been at a party where one person is just bringing the whole mood down? That person is a wet blanket. A wet blanket is someone who ruins the fun for others with their negativity or pessimism. You might say, don't be such a wet blanket, come and dance with us. It's the opposite of being the life of the party. Number 8 is keen. If you're keen on something, it means you're really enthusiastic or eager about it. You might say, I'm keen on the idea of going hiking this weekend. It's a simple, charming way to show your excitement. You could also describe someone as having a keen mind, meaning they are very sharp and intelligent. Now, this next one was an insult back in the day. Square. Calling someone a square meant they were old-fashioned, boring, or just not cool. They stick to the rules and don't like to try new or exciting things. Think of the rebellious teens in old movies calling the strict principal a square. It's the ultimate term for someone who is just not with it. Number 10 is a fun one. Spill the beans. This means to reveal a secret or tell something that was supposed to be kept private. If you know who has a crush on whom, your friend might say, come on, spill the beans. I won't tell anyone. It creates a fun image of secrets spilling out like beans from a jar. We're kicking off the final 5 with a classic expression of surprise. Heavens to Betsy. This is a very old-fashioned, mild exclamation, similar to saying, oh my goodness, or wow. If your grandmother saw you'd cleaned the entire house, she might exclaim, heavens to Betsy, it looks wonderful in here. The exact origin is a bit of a mystery, but it's been around for a very long time. Next up is some timeless advice. Let sleeping dogs lie. This means you should avoid bringing up an old issue or problem because it might cause new trouble. If you and a friend had an argument months ago that you both got over, it's best to let sleeping dogs lie and not mention it again. Stirring up old conflicts rarely ends well. This next phrase is all about knowing what is good for you. Know which side one bread is buttered on. This means being aware of who is helping you or providing for you and making sure you stay on their good side. If your boss gives you a great opportunity, you'd want to do a good job because you know which side your bread is buttered on. It's about recognizing and appreciating the sources of your success or well-being. Number 14 is for all the students and hard workers out there, burning the midnight oil. This phrase means to stay up very late at night studying or working. The oil refers to the oil in old-fashioned lamps that people used to light their homes before electricity. So if you have a big project, you might tell your friends, I can't go out tonight. I'll be burning the midnight oil to get this finished. And finally, Number 15 is a slightly gentler way to call someone not very smart. He has not the sharpest tool in the shed. It's a colloquial idiom used to say that someone is a bit slow or unintelligent without being overly harsh. It's part of a whole family of similar sayings, like not the brightest crayon in the box. You might use it to describe a character in a movie who keeps making silly mistakes. And there you have it, 15 words and phrases from yet. It's amazing how language evolves, with old words fading out as new ones come in. How many of these did you know? And more importantly, what are some old school words or sayings that your parents or grandparents used that we missed? Drop them in the comments below. I'd love to read them. It's always a groovy time learning about the history of how we talk. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more fun content. See you in the next one.